Does your voice clamp up when you're ordering food in a restaurant? Maybe you're hanging out with your family and friends. Do you feel that nervousness when you notice people are starting to look at you and it's your turn to order? Your voice shakes, tightens up, and you get all nervous. You may even feel deeper feelings like shame or feeling worthless. If this is the truth, I want to let you know that you're not alone. I used to struggle with it. I have many clients that used to struggle with it. And in this video, I'll share with you detailed stories so that you can relate and experience deeper healing for yourself. And you can get rid of all the coping mechanisms of, taking a deep breath and trying to hype yourself up and boost yourself up with maybe a mini pep talk or something. All these things are great as a band-aid. They're a great boost. But when your voice is clamping up, when you feel this knot, this frog that you feel in your throat when you want to speak, that stifles your expression, it's a deeper part of you that is calling to be rescued. If this is your first time here, I'm your favorite inhibited voice coach, Hoss. I help you speak confidently by releasing the tightness from your voice at the root cause, physically and psychologically. Let's dive in. I was helping a client, let's call him Stuart. Every time he would order food in a restaurant when he's out with his family, he would notice that once everyone's looking at him, his voice would tighten up and it would sound different. It was more than embarrassing. He would actually feel worthless. Even though he loved spending time with his family, this part of the outing was weighing down on him, and he started to make excuses not to go out. But of course, a deeper part of him knew that life is meant to be more joyful, easeful, and for him to experience life with more confidence. We worked together for several sessions, and his voice not only transformed when hanging out with his family, but he actually did a job interview and landed his dream job in a dental office. And he told me that without the vocal exercises and the healing that we did, he wouldn't be able to communicate and show up in a more charismatic way and develop this relationship during the interview and nail the job. Things like that light me up. I love hearing success stories like that, specifically because I struggled with the same exact things. And I know that my life completely changed once I learned how to overcome this vocal tightness. If you're thinking to yourself that you can never overcome this, that it would take you decades, I know exactly where you're coming from. I used to think the exact same way. I thought this was me and nothing's going to change. How can I change my voice or the way I speak? I didn't even know it was a problem to begin with. I want you to go back at some point and watch the video on my trailer channel. I'll link it at the end of this video to see my before and after, how my voice changed and the level of comfort in the way I speak. One of my first videos, the video is like 40 seconds and it took me about 45 minutes to record. That's how stifled my voice was. All the mistakes, all the stuttering, all the cringe, sounding fake, not sounding authentic or comfortable or confident. Now I can make the same video that is 45 seconds in 45 seconds. Sometimes I have to do 2 takes or 3 takes, and I still get better every single week, every single day. And it's life-changing. I had so much chronic vocal tension that not only I struggled ordering food in a restaurant, I struggled in relationships with family and friends. I struggled in work, in speaking up in meetings and expressing ideas and building relationships and having small talk. I struggled in my own mental health. The overthinking was on overdrive all the time. And the honest truth is, it was such a difficult journey to figure out what was the problem and to figure out a solution, because the solutions are not so common. I worked with 3 different therapists and I told them about my difficulty in speaking, and it's almost like they heard it for the first time. And then I started to stumble upon mentors who would teach me in body psychotherapy and bioenergetics that there is such thing as vocal tightness that we develop. And it comes from childhood and it comes from our personality structure. And through that journey, I was able to discover a sustainable way that helped me. Some I learned from mentors and some I began to kind of pioneer my own way and cater it for my own lifestyle to get faster and faster results. So in this video, I want to share with you a healing exercise that is actually my favorite. I use it for myself all the time, and I use it for my clients with 100% success rate. Although over the video, I'm not able to tune into you as well. I'm not able to ask you questions as well, but you can still get, I would say, 80% of the benefit just from following along. Before I hop into the exercise, I want to talk about the chakra system, okay? We have primarily 7 chakras. We have more, but to simplify things, we have 7 chakras, and they are energy centers in our body. If you come from a religious background and you think chakras are something shady or whatever, I think this is because you're misinformed. You didn't receive good education on it, or maybe you had an experience that was not the best in those teachings. However, a chakra is something that you have. Okay, it's energy centers in the body. You have the root chakra at the base of your spine. The root chakra is more your groundedness, your connection to earth, the earthly things, the animalistic realm. The sacral chakra is more about play, creativity, lots of emotions, sadness, happiness. The sacral chakra is underneath your belly button. It's between the root and your belly button. And then you have your solar plexus. It's kind of like the root chakra, but the root chakra is more grounded, you're planted. The sacral chakra is more forward moving. It's your willpower. It's your drive, and it's your confidence in what you think. It's your confidence in what you do. It's your confidence in what you want, what you desire. And then you have the heart chakra. It's the love, the care, and it also has the hurt. So when you're hurt, your heart chakra closes. If you're not forgiving, your heart chakra closes. Okay? And we can all use more forgiveness. If we're here on this planet, we're here to evolve. We're never going to be done. I don't care if you're a guru or if you're just starting your journey. We're here to do the same work on a loop. Keep improving, keep improving, keep healing, keep healing. Healing is not for the broken. Healing, we're here to heal. We're here to whole. Healing is wholing. So in life, when we experience trauma, we become fragmented. Our psyche literally becomes fragmented, and we have younger parts that get stuck when you're 7 years old, when your friend yelled at you, or you get stuck when you're 12-year-old, when your best friend went out with the girl that you like. And then at some point, we need to rescue these parts again and bring the fragments in so we become whole over and over and over. After the heart chakra, you have the throat chakra. The throat chakra is when you cannot express your truth, when you're shut down. If your parents or elders ignored you or made you feel like you don't matter, or your opinion was shut down, if you were ridiculed, you say something, people laugh at you, you express yourself and you get shut down or shunned or ostracized. This creates tension in the throat chakra. And then you have the third eye. It has to do with your insights. And then you have the crown chakra, your connection to your heavenly father, to the heavens. And the root chakra is your connection to Mother Earth, right? And your heart chakra is the center of your emotional body, let's say. So if you don't necessarily resonate with the chakra system and the language and the energy vocabulary that is used, the chakra system connects with your nervous system. So you have a body, you have a nervous system, and when you hear bad news, what happens in your body? You feel tension in your chest. When you are shocked by something, what happens in your stomach? Your stomach shrinks. These are your chakras. These are nerves. So chakras, on the physical level, they are chunks of nerves in your body. So we have chunks of nerves around the eye, around the throat, chunks of nerves around the heart, chunks of nerves around the solar plexus or the diaphragm, underneath the belly button and in the hips as well. Okay, so if you don't necessarily resonate with chakra and energy, then you can see it at the physical level. For a long time, actually, that was my preferred method of speaking to myself about it. It's just a nervous system thing. But at some level in my healing journey, that stopped being helpful and I had to go a level deeper. I didn't go straight to chakra level deeper. I went to healing younger parts. So for almost about a year, 6 months to a year, I was healing my nervous system. And then I hit a brick wall at some point, and I had to actually go in my psyche and heal and rescue younger parts. What I like to call a reparenting exercise or a reparenting journey. So this is the chakras. And then you develop tightness in the throat, which can be shame, fear. It can be a whole lot of emotions. The point is, the analysis can be so many things, but the solution is one. The solution is healing, physically and psychologically. This is specifically important because as human beings, you are a house. Imagine a house. You are this house, and the first level is your body. The second level is your psyche. And the third level is your spirit and your spiritual connection. If your psyche is cluttered, your body's not going to receive the spiritual blessings, let's say. If your body is all messed up and out of order, it's not going to be able to receive as well. So it's important to understand things not just from the 3D level and not just from the spiritual level and not just from the psychological level. It's important to connect the three so we can experience the ease and the joy and the harmony, so on and so forth. Now that I shared with you a little bit of the technicalities of the situation and what we're working with, we can dive into the exercise. If it gets intense for you, take a pause, take a breath, turn off the video, come back to it later, leave me a comment, maybe I can help you in there. Be gentle with yourself, okay? This is not lifting weights. You don't have to grunt through it. Be very gentle. I invite you to open your palm and imagine you ordering food, the version of you that was ordering food at a restaurant, or the version of you that experienced discomfort that we're going to reparent right now. See that version on your palm and just slow down your breath. Now we have to go from the beta brainwave lengths to the delta and go deeper. And that's how and where healing happens. And then as you see that part of you, begin to observe. Become your own best friend. Become your own parent, a kind parent, okay? You're not a motivational coach right now. There's time to become a motivational coach for yourself. And there's time to be simply present with yourself, to be seen, especially if you were dismissed as a child, if your opinions were dismissed, if your feelings were dismissed, if your being was dismissed. You owe it to yourself to be present with yourself. See yourself, notice your age, if it was 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago, 20 years ago, and ask yourself these following questions. What is your perspective of the world? And take a breath. Again, if you're still here with me, you're very courageous and you're very brave. So thank yourself for that. And ask yourself, what are the thoughts that are ruminating in your mind right now, this version of yourself? And allow the version of you on your palm to know that you, current you, is here for you. Okay? You're not alone. Allow that version of yourself to know that you're not alone. I'm here for you. If you were betrayed before, I'm not going to betray you. If you were neglected before, I'm not going to neglect you. If you were harassed, insulted, I'm not going to harass you or insult you. If you were rejected, I'm not going to reject you. I'm here for you. This is deep work. And then ask that version of yourself, what are your feelings towards the world? Just observe that, see that. Be a witness. No judgment, no resistance, no running, no fighting. Breathe. Feel peace in your body. Allow your nervous system to feel peace. Remind yourself that right now, as you're watching this video and doing this exercise, you're literally safe. You're physically safe. And whatever is going to happen inside of you, if difficult emotions come up, you're going to be okay. Because you got you. This is the most important thing. You got you. So after you ask yourself, what are the emotions about the world? Ask that version of you, what are your emotions and your feelings towards yourself? Oftentimes, this is a difficult one. Allow yourself to breathe, recognize it, and feel the emotions. You're allowed to feel anything, positive or negative. Emotions is energy in the body. And if we stuff it, it becomes tension. We develop more tension in the throat that comes up in situations where we don't want it to happen. And the solution is to feel it. And how do you feel it? Just be present. It's kind of like if you feel tension in your throat, with your mind's eye, pick a point in that tension and stare at it. Knowing that any darkness is an illusion. It's actually, all darkness is light, an illusion. You just need to stare at it long enough, be with it, and it reveals itself that it's not actually darkness. So don't be afraid of darkness inside of you or tension inside of you. If you're afraid of it, it's going to continue to get more intense and stifle your lifestyle, stifle your confidence. But when you become present with it, it's going to continue to dissolve and give you power. Because at the end of the day, it's actually this tightness is trying to protect you. It's a coping mechanism. It's trying to protect you from emotional pain. What we're doing right now is we're going into that emotional pain. And I'm gradually guiding you to tap into that emotional pain and trying to give you the safety that you can feel it. You can be present with it and be okay at the end. Now ask that version of yourself on your palm, what do you need from me now? Notice what the answer is. Is it just more presence, just to have more company, more time together? Is it a hug, pat on the head, pat on the back? Is it to play a game? Or is it still not accepting your help right now? That's okay too. We're taking layers off. It's like an onion with so many layers. And every time you do this exercise, you're getting to know yourself more, parts of yourself more. Know thyself. And then ask that once again. And now, after you ask yourself, what do you need from me now? Ask again, what else do you need from me now? And notice whatever the answer is. And continue to ask that until there's nothing else that's needed. You can do a third time. And what else do you need from me? To know that I'm worthy. To know that I deserve to be treated with honor. To know that my voice matters. To know that my thoughts matter. My opinions matter. To know that it's okay to make some mistakes. To know that I don't have to blame myself or over blame myself. What is it that you need from you? Recognize that. That's where transformation happens. The type of transformation that doesn't feel realistic in theory, but in application it becomes real. You truly transform in these moments, going at your own pace. Once you feel complete, you can take a moment, look around, notice if your eyes feel better, if your body feels lighter. You may want to stretch, move energy around in your body, and check in with yourself. Give gratitude to yourself. Give gratitude to God. Give gratitude to Mother Earth. Give gratitude to yourself, to the video, to me. I'll accept your gratitude. And I'm honored to be part of your journey. And this is very deep work. And you may notice even your eyesight got better. And it's because you strengthened your soul. You healed your soul. And the eyes are the windows to the soul. This is a powerful psychological exercise that heals deeply and profoundly. The more you do it, the better you get at it. You are reparenting yourself. You are seeing yourself. You are restoring yourself. Your nervous system begins to release the tension from your voice sustainably. If you got tremendous value from this video, watch this next one over here where you'll see my before and after, how my voice used to sound like and how it sounds like after the work that I'm doing right now. And I give a presentation on how I was able to overcome that, and I share a success story of one of my clients. Click here and I'll see you over there. Enjoy. This is how my voice sounded in 2020, before I knew I had an inhibited voice. I want you to pay attention to how tight my voice sounds and how much effort it seems to be taking me to get my words out.